I covered youth, women, regarding activities from literature, dramas, poetry. From the early 60s, Pachangi group, they attended Indian Work Association meeting all over the country without asking for any fee. However, whatever the audience contributed on the platform, it was given to them. Sathi group, led by Karnal Chima, they formed a Bhangra group in Birmingham. They played and dances at the Indian Work Association meetings, particularly in the Midlands. There were some other performers, singing group, which was also by Karnal Chima, Bhajan Germany, and Gurdev Kaur Balli, and she performed. She was a professional artist during the Indian Work Association. Through the performance at the Indian Work Association, they had a lift to perform at other venues. Particularly Sathi group, Pachangi group, and Karnal Chima group. Within the IWA member, they wrote poetry, they wrote short stories in Punjabi, they wrote one-act play, and some IWA member wrote novels. And they among themselves, remaining IWA member, also formed progressive writers associations on national level and also at local level. They remained IWA member, but they formed Progressive Writers Association to take it forward. They organized publication of poetry books, short story books, and novels. And the writing became very popular in Punjabi language and distributed all over the country. And one novelist, IWA member, is Santokh Taliwal. He is in Nottingham. Ranjan Singh Noor, he was a famous poet from Wolverhampton. Avtar Sadiq from Leicester, who died a couple of years ago. From Birmingham, Son Singh Ranu, he wrote poetry. Jagmohan Joshi, he was leading artist and poet in Urdu language, and some of his pamphlets were published by the Indian Work Association. After his death, Indian Work Association published his poetry, and the books are Paimane-e-Inqilab. They are stored at Udham Singh Center in the loft, which was good work by the Indian Work Association and promoting singing groups, starting from the IWA stages, and which then Alap group, Divana group, Parwana group, and in the late 80s and 90s they started performing as professional, charging money at particularly wedding parties. Then they moved on to holding their own digs in the venues, clubs like that. Sardara, he used to be in the Pachangi group. He was a good singer, and with him Singh, I forgot his name, Antarlochan Singh. Malkit was also the product of Pachangi group, very famous artist. Indian Work Association made contribution to uplift these artists. I like to mention women writers.
You had links with Gurdas Maan as well?
Not anymore.
But in the past?
In the past, yes.
Performed at IWA functions?
Yes, he did. We organized 80th anniversary of Jallianwala Bagh at Austin University Hall, and Gurdas Maan, he performed. Raj Babba, actor, famous actor, he made a speech. Who played the role of Udham Singh in Shahid Udham Singh, well, and Kuldeep Manak, very famous Punjabi singer, and he performed at IWA functions. Very good. Creation of the Shahid Udham Singh film and Shahid Bhagat Singh's. It was the research done by us, Indian Work Association, on Udham Singh. Organizing the release of Udham Singh files, which were banned for 100 years until 1940. So with active campaigning led by me, supported by IWA and Shahid Udham Singh Welfare Trust, IWA got Shahid Udham Singh history in the first book, Challenge to Imperial Hegemony, by Punjabi University, Patiala. It was Joginder Pawar, who was Centre Committee member before he went back. He organized that book through his history professors.